and see what they can do. All right, this one I know we're gonna have some. This one is the game of the week, straight up. And once again, NBC, what are we doing here? Last week we had the Chargers and the Bears, and you had the Bengals in San Francisco play the 125 game. That should have been your Sunday night football game, while the Bears and Chargers were your 125 fourth regional on CBS. But I don't know what we're doing here. But this week again, we got a game with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, and they're playing in the afternoon and not on Sunday night football. Well, I guess these networks have came out their money out the pocket to buy these games that they want to have. And you know what? I truly do feel like this Cowboys team is rounding in the form. If you're a Cowboys fan, you should love the fact that the nation's not talking about you. I don't know if the nation is talking about them or not. I haven't heard much about the Cowboys this year, Jeff, because I'm not watching Skip Bayless. I'm not watching Stephen A. Smith anymore. I'm not watching any of those ESPN FS1 mind suck shows. You know what I mean? I don't watch that stuff anymore. So I don't know if they're getting talked about in a high regard as they usually do, but I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard the internet go crazy about the Cowboys this year. None of that. I hear more about the Eagles than I hear about the Cowboys. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you should love that. You should absolutely be in love with that you aren't in the spotlight this year, and that kind of people have moved on from the Cowboy bashing and the Cowboy rooting, a little bit. And
hey, Pops.
Yeah.
Breaking news. News.
Okay.
49ers get Chase Young.
Okay.
Oh my God. I apologize.
Yeah. You could you could have waited your turn, but it's cool. It's all right. But 5-2 with the Cowboys, Eagles 7-1. I truly do feel like this one right here is a good measurement game for the Cowboys to come out and really, see exactly who they are. I think that they had a little bit of stage fright against San Francisco because that's a rivalry game and they got fan bases and people all in their ear about this one. This is a divisional game, and let's keep it real. The Eagles are great, but they still haven't solved the Cowboys. They can say what they want, but the Cowboys still have a winning record against them in the last 5 years. And I don't care. I think that the Cowboys still are going to be a absolute problem for the Eagles. And I'm going to take the 3.5. I'm not going to take the money line, but I'll take the 3.5 to keep the game close. Jeff, what are your thoughts, and where are you going with this one?
My true number was a 3 with a 46.5, currently 3 with a 46. I talked about this yesterday on our closing bell show. I'm going to say this again. If you like Dallas, make sure you buy some futures on Dallas. Meaning, I know you'll get 60 minutes of action if you take the Dallas plus 3 or 3.5, or you sprinkle a little something on the pizza and beer money on them to win outright. But my point is here that if you take a look at the actual numbers, this is, I think, a perfect spot for Dallas not only to come in and cover. I think they steal and win this game and kind of say, okay, you had the start of the season. It was your division last year. We're here to take it over. I expect Dak to play off of his performance last week, keep CeeDee Lamb cooking, maybe get Pollard a little more involved. I like Micah keeping Jalen Hurts in check. And the tush push, that was a nice little addition with a little flip to Swift. So now you got to keep your eyes on that. They did fumble on one of those tush pushes, but I like the Broncos, the Cowboys plus 3.5 bought the hook, but I think they possibly and will win outright, Pops.
Well, it is. Well, you know what? The Eagles, you said you feel like they can win outright, but you know what? I think we're both on to something and all that good when it comes down to it. And man, it's just an absolute gem of a situation. I'm kind of distracted, but real quick by the Deion situation because I live in Pasadena, y'all, And so pretty much it's pretty funny that he's asking the Rose Bowl to reimburse that situation right there. It seems like they're going to probably be firing some people at the Rose Bowl very soon. And somebody asked me how, and I'm just like, dude, you can't sit up there and steal $30,000 worth of jewelry and think that they're not going to have some type of investigation with the workers that go into that locker room. Like, dude, seriously. And but all in all, though, real quick, why don't we talk about the Chase Young? And I was just goofing with you too, Jeff. I'm glad that you did report that to the show and everything like that for us. Your quick thoughts, and I'm gonna give my quick assessment of it. What are your thoughts on Chase Young going to this team, and do you think that will help the 49ers get this pass rush back intact as well too? Because nobody's been saying this, but the 49ers pass rush has been absolutely dreadful in all three of those games, except for the Browns game.
3-game losing streak, seeing chinks in the armor in Purdy, but as we both know, Mr. Shanahan, it's about the system. How does he want to win? By running the ball and playing defense. Well, this is just, as I talked as big as if the Ravens got him, this is even bigger on how to slow down the bleeding. Chase Young and Nick Bosa now reunited, both from, what is it, the Ohio State, right? Ohio State, right, Pops? On both of these guys?
Huh?
You're not even paying attention. Chase Young and Nick Bosa both played at Ohio State, correct?
Okay.
No, I'm
Yeah, they
asking
did.
you because my
Yes, they
brain's
did.
fried.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So, yes, reunited, and now you get that pass rush. You get the dynamic do the edge rush. Now look for them maybe to try to get a left tackle because, again, losing Trent Williams is going to be huge there. But the bye week this week, and then they got to travel to Jacksonville, and they're only 2.5-point favorites at Jacksonville. So there's a potential that they could lose 4 in a row before they stop this bleeding. But hell of a move by the 49ers. I love it, Pops.
Oh, man. Beautiful move by him. Sorry about that, too, man. It's just that was a silly message. So, but yes, Chase Young and Nick Bosa were one of the best duos ever at Ohio State rushing the passer. And they made life very easy for Ohio State moving forward with that team. There's some of Urban Meyer's best work. And I think that might have been their best defense ever because they have about 10 guys in the league right now. Okuda's in the league. Who else? They got a ton of guys in the league right now from that defense alone. And Hubbard, come on, the guys that play for Cincinnati right now, Hubbard and my man and Hendricks, those guys are Ohio State guys as well too. Well, not Hendricks, but Hubbard was. And it's crazy that they all play together, and pretty much they are now all situated in San Francisco. So that should be really good. And San Francisco again does something big at the trade deadline, and San Francisco has been good at being able to make these trades and improve their team. When they got Christian McCaffrey, they were going through a losing streak then as well too. People have to understand one thing about the 49ers is every October or November, they start kind of straining a little bit. They start playing a weird type of football game because nobody wants to say this, but you can figure Kyle Shanahan out pretty well if you can just get on the ball. You know what I mean? And I truly do feel like, and now we can talk about it, I truly do feel like there was a lot of things exposed by the Bengals. It wasn't that, the 49ers are a bad team because they had 2 games they could have won against